What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and I saw this headline. I thought it was really funny. Something good to do on a Saturday morning, but Disney CEO was told off by Mandalorian creator for calling child Baby Yoda. And from the very beginning of The Mandalorian, if you guys remember watching me, I was like so irritated all the time by people saying the words Baby Yoda. And eventually, so many people used it that I just eventually started saying it because, like, literally, that's how everyone is freaking referring to him. And it was frustrating because, obviously it's not Yoda. So I thought this was hilarious that Jon Favreau had an issue with Bob Iger saying it. So let's just go through the story here. The Mandalorian creator Jon Favreau told off Disney CEO Bob Iger for referring to the child as Baby Yoda, the character's popular nickname. Baby Yoda phenomenon so strong, even Bob Iger was told off by Jon Favreau for calling the child Baby Yoda. It's been a Star Wars heavy couple of months. Rise of Skywalker has released to mixed reviews, and the debate will continue on whether it's a fitting conclusion to the Skywalker saga. It's not. They changed it to the Palpatine saga, so no. However, unlike J.J. Abrams' new film, one of his more universally accepted and beloved parts of Star Wars universe has become the Mandalorian character, the child, or Baby Yoda as the internet loves to refer to the character. And I can agree, I can even admit that as someone who really dislikes the child and the fact that someone of Yoda's species is in this show, that universal acceptance and beloved is pretty close. It's about as close as you're going to get in anything with the child or Baby Yoda. Since the debut and Mandalorian series premiere, the character has gone on a phenomenon, captivating the internet with adorable expressions, hilarious memes, and videos fans have made of the character. Here's an interesting thing. Even Disney CEO Bob Iger acknowledged Baby Yoda's popularity exceeded their expectations by a wide margin. And since it was kept a secret for the benefit of the story, merchandise for Baby Yoda has been slow. And of course, they say that you shouldn't refer to Baby Yoda, and then everything in this is referred to as Baby Yoda. Most of the toys will be available in the spring of 2020, but that hasn't stopped pre-orders for toys like Funko Pops, leading to become Amazon's #1 toy. The name Baby Yoda has been a popular way of referring to the character because of its obvious resemblance to Yoda, but saying that to the creator of the show is not the best move for Bob Iger. And just real quick, I get what they were trying to do and keep this a secret, and they did for the most part. It was a shock to so many people. There's no doubt there's a mistake that they didn't get these toys out there. They have lost so much money. There is no way in April of 2020 that the hype is going to be as big around the child and the Mandalorian as it is right now. They missed a huge opportunity. Absolutely. Even now in episode 8, the hype isn't where it was the first couple episodes. It's pretty clear to see that. I think you can see that by how interested people are in talking about it and watching stuff about it. I think that's pretty clear that even though it was a solid addition to Disney Star Wars, which is like a miracle at this point, people have already lost interest from when it really first came out. Maybe that's because Rise of Skywalker is going on right now. I'm not sure. But they missed a huge opportunity not getting these toys out there. There's no doubt. In an interview on The Star Wars Show, Iger said, "We don't refer to the child or the asset the way the world's referring to the child or the asset as Baby Yoda. That's a no-no." According to Iger, he was chastised for referring to the child as Baby Yoda. "In my early emails to Jon Favreau, I referenced Baby Yoda. It just seemed easy, and I got my wrist slapped by Jon a few times. It's not Baby Yoda." Considering the level of secrecy and the fact that Favreau left it as a surprise, his insistence on the character not being called that isn't surprising. That's interesting. You always wonder in interviews like this how truthful they're being. Bob Iger has, unfortunately for Disney and Lucasfilm, been very truthful as of late, especially in his interviews, in his memoirs. He's saying things that maybe they're like, well, maybe you should hold back on that. So maybe this is true. Maybe this did really happen. That's funny if it did happen that way. Iger would then go on to say Baby Yoda's design, lack of dialogue, makes the character so intriguing to viewers. Yeah, you made him cute. It's a huge distraction for the rest of the show. But he's an integral part of the show, obviously, at this point. It's just not what I wanted this show to be about. I didn't want the show to be about a dad carrying on a Force-sensitive baby. He also joked that he needs extra security because he knows the character's real name, and people might try to give him some sort of truth serum. Wow, well, that is a little bit of a reveal. I didn't see that. He knows the character's real name. There you go. Can't wait. George Lucas was so against them really delving into Yoda's species, but yeah, everybody knows, so Cool. The tale of Baby Yoda and the theories behind its name, origins, and even popularity seem to be never ending. Every week we have a new story, but as Iger pointed out, The Mandalorian has a very intriguing character. Humorous stories like Favreau telling off Iger for using the internet nickname is a welcome addition to the popular tale of Star Wars' new superstar. And yeah, so there you go. That's the story about Jon Favreau telling off Bob Iger. And Bob Iger also recently came out and has been very complimentary towards Jon Favreau, as I would be if I were him, because you have someone who, I would say the majority of people, the vast majority of people, think Favreau is doing a great job and that he would be great to replace Kathleen Kennedy. You have someone who's creating things that right now is kind of beloved by the fans. So of course Bob Iger is going to do all he can to keep him in Lucasfilm's good graces and talk good about him. That's what I would do if I were Iger, because I want to keep that guy there. Now, you've heard my reviews on Mandalorian. I think that overall the series is probably like a 6.5 or so, with some really high points and some really low points. Most people I would say would rate it higher than me. So overall, Mandalorian has been a very exciting thing if you're Lucasfilm. It's not really my cup of tea. I think they could have done a lot of things better. I didn't like the tone, but it had a really strong finish, which is going to affect the way a lot of people feel about it. Bob Iger came out and said Jon Favreau feels like George Lucas to him. Like, that he sees a lot of things in Jon Favreau that he sees in George Lucas. And I saw one person comment, oh, does that mean he's going to stab him in the back too? Well, I don't think so. But we'll see going forward. I think a lot of us feel Favreau's going to have a lot of involvement going forward with Lucasfilm, but only time will tell. But what do you think of this story? It kind of made me chuckle and laugh, the idea of, with the entire world calling it Baby Yoda now, does that irritate Favreau? Him telling off Iger for calling him that, just interesting to me. But little lighthearted thing on a Saturday morning. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.